stone. You can hang Eichther's trophy right there once we kill Eichther, but we probably won't even get that far in an hour. When I first start, there's some mushrooms over here. Yes, I love the mushrooms. You can see my other mushroom videos if you click around on my profile. You'll probably be able to find them. And mostly important is you pick up some sticks and some stones. So there's usually some freebies hanging around right there. And then basically I kind of run around and pick up some stones and sticks until I have enough to build some rudimentary tools. Seems like we're gonna have to go over this hill. More sticks seem to be on the ground where there are trees. So I'm going over here to check out the trees, and I'm going to eat some food. Yeah, wood and stone. I'm working on it. You can probably beat down one of these smaller trees. So you can see that's not necessarily the way to go, because you kind of want to walk around and explore anyway, and when you walk around and explore you can find these sticks and you get some wood. And I'm making my way. If you look over on the map, I'm making my way towards Eichther generally. But sticks, stones, mushrooms, raspberries, I'm looking around, you know, I'm gonna collect this stuff. Every bit of this stuff. And this game is kind of relaxing, especially in the meadows, and you avoid the boars kind of in the beginning. I think I have enough sticks to make an axe, so I'm going to do that. And if I have enough to make a hammer as well, I'm going to do that. And now we can more easily take down these smaller trees. Found some resin, so that's good. 5 stones and 2 wood make fire. And if you sit next to a fire, you can get your little rested bonus. So let's just go ahead. What? 4 stones? Seriously? Let's just go ahead and do that right here. X to sit. You sit down and rest. In a peaceful location. And you can over there is mountains. You can freeze in the mountains, and you can also see that there's some black forest. So from here you can kind of get an idea. That is a burial chamber, and that spawns in the black forest. And then these this stone zone right over here with those baddies hanging around it, that also spawns in the Black Forest. So that's not where we want to go. But that's strange to have a mountain in between Eikthyr and the OG. But you can see there's a mountain there. And mountains are the 4th biome, so that can be dangerous. But this area here where there's snow is not actually a mountain, because these villages spawn in the meadows. And with the bonus of this maypole right here, I feel like this might be a great spot to settle. It's right next to some Black Forest here. I can get boars here. I'm going to get an extra... Whoa. Control to hide. So if you get hurt and you're worried, you just automatically press control and hide. And you might avoid aggroing extra baddies. Okay, so this Hugin wants to talk about the Black Forest. Oh! Whoa. So I'm gonna run because a skeleton just came up on me, and that's bad. So yeah, with all those advanced biomes around there, that's a dangerous area. So I'm gonna go over here and hide. The skeleton will go after the deer and the boar. You don't necessarily have to fight the skeleton. It's pretty easy to run away and hide. But you gotta be careful. Okay, so Hugin tells us that traders exist. So I'm still in the meadows, but I see that this is a big area of Black Forest, and it's pretty advanced move here to settle in this village next to the mountains and the Black Forest. But it's definitely the right move. Definitely got to kill that skeleton. One of the tough things about this start is that I haven't gone down to the beach. And down at the beach, I will find useful items. So the skelly killed some. The skelly's going to kill some more deer for me. Whoa. Oh my gosh, there's a bee right here. That is so lucky. Oh shoot. That's way too many skellies. Oh shoot. So there's skellies here, and there's skellies there. Okay, so I'm going to mark this place on my map, but this is not going to be where I can settle right now. There's some good things about being at the edge. You can see right now I have 4 deer hide and 4 deer meat, which are sort of end of this biome items. And uh, with those quality items coming in for little or no effort on my part, so I can kind of just dangerous to take a hit from this skeleton, but they're kind of slow. So able to get my first bone and do that. But oh, that's not water. I'm gonna mark this spot on my map and definitely come back here for basically the maypole, and the location is bonus. But I have to go find some flint in order to get my action going. Flint is like an early game necessity. And I see the Black Forest is just right along there, so I'm gonna kind of keep out of the Black Forest. You can see my armor class is only 1. I have a tunic, a rag tunic, the most basic bottom of... Oh. Okay, I forgot. I've got to go get that honey. I've got to get the honey. I forgot the honey. So there's bees up there, and I don't know if I'm going to find more bees. I don't know if I'm going to find more bees anytime soon. And I want to get some of that action going. So I'm going to cook up some of this premium meat so that I don't have to worry about dying. Get my rested bonus again. Now I can probably take a hit from the skeletons. I'll be okay. I haven't found many mushrooms yet, but I'm still going to eat my last mushroom here. And now we've got a rested bonus, 8 minutes, but it's getting dark and I haven't made a shelter, so we're going to have a rough night. But like I said, I'm not skipping everything because I'm getting I got premium foods. And in order to do this the most easy and quick way, what you really want to do is just deconstruct the whole area around the bee, and then the bee will fall down on the ground. Okay, I got another deer. That's nice. That was lucky. And now I'm going to get this stuff. Workbench. I'm going to just leave it here. I've got 22 more wood. I'll be okay. The workbench is 10 wood. But since this thing's already closed, we'll just take the wood here, you know? You know what I mean? It's easy wood to take. Oh, you know what? This bench is not really worth it to be here. So now we've got 52 wood. We've got a bee. I'm inclined to leave the bee here and come back on the sooner side, but you know what? I've got room in my inventory, and I might just... It might be a while before I'm ready to come back here. And I'm going to make a house somewhere soon. Just going to go back down the hill. Back the way I came with my bee. And so the bee represents some premium food, essentially. So, and with the cooked deer meat that I have right now, I'm going to be able to survive pretty well. So yeah, you have kind of a few choices. Exploration is another key thing to do to get an advantage in the game. Okay, so now I made it down to water, and I'm going to be on the lookout for flint. Oh, nice. So it's a lot closer than I imagined. So I am going to need some shelter here, but I'm going to collect flint as my with flint I can make a better axe and a better base. I need stones too, so I mean, it's getting to be night, and it's going to be a rough night. It's going to be a rough night. Oh, there's another bee. Wow, this is great. Is that a tower over there? That looks like a stone tower at the edge of the water. Wow. Not far. Okay. Actually, you know what? We're going to leave this stuff here. We don't need this stuff right yet. We are going to need a lot of this wood. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing here. Get the bee. And now I've got honey to eat, a little bit of honey to eat as well. But 2 bees is going to give me premium food for the long haul. We're going to need a lot more flint. It can only hold 300 pounds of stuff. And this area here, uh-oh. He's going to tell me I need to make a shelter. It's getting cold. Okay. Well, maybe I do it right here. Okay. I guess we do it right here. I need some stones. Dang it. There's all the stones. there's 5. Okay, so now we can make a fire. Actually, it looks like there's another... Looks like there's another shack over here, so... Is this really going to be our first base? Okay. It can be pretty simple. I mean, I'm just gonna like alright, so we're in here now. Make a bed. And now we can sleep. So that was pretty easy to get through the first night. This is just nothing special, but we might need to come back here. Oh. If this... Okay, get out of here. Okay, so we have a workbench with a roof all of a sudden. And we can see the certain things we can build. A flint knife or a crude bow. These things are very important. A wood shield. Oh shoot. I forgot about the fire hazards. Oh boy. Oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, fire hazards isn't always a thing. You don't have to play with fire hazards, but it's interesting. It's an interesting thing. So I mean, now you got choices to make here. I'm gonna go for flint, pretty much. Eat some honey. So you can walk along the beach, get your flint and your stone. So yeah, I think if you rest in shelter, you get more than 8 minutes. Because look, my rested bonus is 8.5 minutes still. And so at this point, I'm just going to pick up all the flint and a lot of the stone as well. So the reason why the flint knife is so nice at this point of the game is that you can run around with a knife and have 0 movement penalty. So you can run up on deer, potentially run up on them and kill them because you're a little bit faster, 5% faster, or you're not 5% slower. when I'm carrying this axe around, I'm 5% slower, and it makes a difference. It makes a difference. Now, there's another technique to killing deer without a bow. Is sneaking, and I'll show you that one as soon as we hear a deer. We'll sneak up on it and see if we can kill it with the sneak shot. Setting up the bees is a bit of a priority. I have 4 honey and 2 bees. And, I mean, one, they take a spot in my inventory, so eventually I'm going to end up with all this stuff, and I'm going to want that inventory spot. But, 2, they cook. I mean, they make honey. I don't know, 2 honey a day or 4 honey a day. I don't know. And so basically, you can harvest honey from the bees, and that's, in this part of the game, premium food. Let's look at the numbers here. So 8 health, 35 stamina, for a total of 43 crucial life action points. The deer meat's only 47. The raspberries are only 27, and the mushrooms are only 30. So 43 is a lot better. So if you're stuck eating raspberries as your stamina food, you're gonna have less ability to run, jump, fight. So having the bees are like premium food. Okay, here we go. There's a deer. Sneak. And you see, sneak uses if you sneak while you're walking, it uses your stamina. But you only need 1 shot. So you don't need a lot of stamina once you get there. So now I'm going in for the kill. Boom. Oh, there's another bee right here. Oh, yeah. And now we have lots of flint. Lots of flint. Yeah, these neck are also meat, but they're not great for meat. I think you can make a potion out of neck a little later too. So, but it's not really something to go for at this point of the game. But that looks pretty nice to settle for an OG zone. I guess we'll just, yeah, this doesn't look great to settle, does it? I can't cut this birch down with the axe that I have. So again, we're going to use this same easy mode, 10 wood to make a crafting bench, and then you just boom, deconstruct everything around the. Now you can also take out the bees with a bow, and if you have a bow, that might be a little faster and cheaper because you don't have to spend the 10 wood. But you can deconstruct this crafting table now and keep the wood. And of course, there's wood all over the place. You just have to cut it down. Alright, so it is time to make, well, I have 28 flint and plenty of, I mean, you never have enough wood, but it seems like plenty of wood. You can only carry 300, so at some point you gotta spend it. use it. But I saw a little structure, and I mean, if you're in hammer mode, you kind of just want to make your own structure. But at this point in the game, like, we're not gonna be able to build something that's gonna be all, well, that's a really cool build. Later on, you might be like, oh, I want to level out a big area and build this really cool thing. But here, this looks like super useful little structure here. With, look, I've got I mean, I might be able to get the whole workbench going without even a second thought, because I can just use this structure. So now I've got choices. Look, with all this material that I've collected, I can make a bunch of good stuff. The hoe is cheap and useful, so we're going to make a hoe. It's not as great. It's not such a survival thing at this point as oof. Make the flint axe. I'll leave my stone axe here. I'm going to mark this as a workshop. But for me to make something meaningful here, I need a lot more boar. So with the flint axe, though, we can definitely crush some stuff. I've been negligent in killing boar. If you don't kill boar, you don't get scraps, and if you don't get scraps, you can't build the good stuff, or the it's not even that great of stuff, but it's like the stuff you need to get through this next part of the game. It's just kind of necessary. And so we've got 3 bees, and I've got to set them up somewhere. So I'm going to set them up around here. And I've got a hoe now, so we can make this respectable. Let's put a fire near this rock. And then when we go inside, we can be comfortable. So this is great. Look at all this stuff. Okay, so yeah, we want to build our bees now. So I'm going to build the bees right here. And maybe... oh, this looks like a good spot for bees on this stump. And how about one at the front door too? Alright. Bees are happy. Bees are happy. Bees are happy. So I've got a bee farm already. That's great. Uh-oh. With all this, I'm going to need more wood before we really get into anything else. Let's just go ahead and go for a wood run. But I'm also looking for boar at this point. There we go. We're gonna pass on the knife. We'll do a whole like next episode for the benefits of knife. We're going to save up for a crude bow because that's usually historically how I've made my way through the first parts of this game. We're going to do a knife and shield episode later. If that's more your style, tune into the next episode and you'll see, the benefits of a knife and shield. But at this point in the game, I can kill a troll, which is like beefy Black Forest encounter. I can kill a troll with a crude bow, but you won't be able to kill a troll with the knife and shield yet. Well, I mean, that's not to say that you couldn't, but you'd probably need to be good at dodge, and you might not even need the shield then. But later on in the game, you can kill a troll with a knife and shield. For sure. Alright. 2. Okay. Well, okay, we've got enough flint now, and a little bit of... So, I'm not picking up all these rocks now, but I guess I should. Focus more on the flint. And we're gonna upgrade our workbench with this flint and the wood that we have now. Did we not get our... Okay, so with the chopping block, we'll have level 2. So now we've got a proper workbench. And we can make leather gear now, so I'm going to make at least some leather gear. We have a tunic, and so we can make a leather helmet or leather pants. They're both kind of the same, but that's going to upgrade our life considerably. So the 6 deer hide that we have is huge. It's going to triple our armor class. Let's go ahead and start with leather trousers. Running around with no pants. What the heck? Alright. So now we put our pants on, and now we've got a 3 armor class. So hour. Oh, we do have our bones right there. That's nice. Put some stones away. We don't have to carry all this stuff around. Oh, you know what? I'm going to keep the stones, put the seeds and flint away. Oh, we need another box over here, though, outside next to the fire where we can have our cooking stuff. And I'm guessing we're probably going to cook some meat here at some point. So let's just go ahead and do that with some of our extra wood. Yeah, I don't know exactly why I wanted to build this area out rather than that area. I mean, none of these are going to be my permanent base. As I said, I like that maypole area over there. So once I get strong, I'm going to hike it over back to that maypole and make a base right there. But at this point, I've got the extra wood. I might just make a bed right here and go and sleep here tonight. Because it's a long hike in the dark to get to my other little bed. So now this ends up being the second night, right? Second night. And it's looking like we're close to the first hour of playtime here. Oh, the one other thing I can do is upgrade my flint axe. At this point, that's totally worth doing. Upgrade the flint axe for sure. That's with the 2 leather scraps that I got. So far the flint, the leather scraps, and the deer hide are kind of like the next level of Meadows stuff that I've taken advantage of and gotten some upgrades. And so you can see a level 2 flint axe, leather trousers, basically the 2 things that I've been able to make with what I've, so I've got a little bit of armor, a little bit of weapons, and great food. Like these bees are going to be supplying me with essentially premium food for quite some time to come. One thing that we can also do here in order to easily find our... Oh, I guess I can't. I guess what I want to do here is just make a torch out front. It'll burn for a while and it'll help me find this area if I get caught out at night. I mean, a lot of people are going to say, why don't you fix that up? Okay, so I'll show you all, since we have a few minutes left for first hour of play. You can repair your area if it gets damaged, your buildings, with just for free. Just the repair. And again, if you right click with the hammer in your hand, you get this menu and you click on repair in order to just repair stuff. this is sort of designed for an inside fire. And you know, one of these days it's going to rain and my fire's going to go out. But I built it next to a rock, and so I can probably just put a little piece of roof on that rock, and it will shelter the fire from the rain and keep the fire going. So yeah, we're low on. We'll leave the flint here. The flint will be useful here. But maybe I don't need to leave the flint here. We'll keep going this way and loop around and see what kind of stuff we can find. Mostly now it's grindy. I'm probably gonna stop the stream as I grind up some. I mean, maybe I'll leave the stream going and stop recording. That's what I'm gonna do. Where's my OBS? Stop recording. Or I'll just edit it later. Well, I don't know. Yeah, I'm probably gonna edit out all this part anyway.